The home remodeling market still has further room to run after a big year in 2020. At least that's the read from a new survey out of Bank of America, which took a look at renovation trends across the country. Ann Thompson is specialty lending executive at Bank of America and joins us now. Ann, good to see you this morning here. Where are folks renovating? Where are they spending this year? What parts of the house?
They're spending on where they enjoy living. So they've been at home for months and months. So if you look at inside versus outside, they're renovating inside. They're renovating their kitchen over their bath. They're renovating their master bedroom versus their home office. And so it's really focused on enjoyment and the home as both family center and where they work. And traditionally, these projects have been measured. This has been interesting. Traditionally, their projects have been measured versus return on investment. And now there's really a focus on greater enjoyment of the living space.
And I'm curious about that dynamic, considering the value of homes pretty much across the country has gone up. And so one wonders if you're able to say, well, I just want to have a nicer home, and the market takes care perhaps of the rest of it for you in some way.
Sure. So home prices went up from December 19 to December 2020, 10%. So people are thinking about tapping into that equity to improve their living space, because the homebuyer market is just on fire in so many markets, and it's so competitive that people are sort of rethinking and looking at, how can I improve this space and how can I customize it to my own family's enjoyment.
And how are these remodels, how are they funding these big projects?
It varies. Obviously, savings for one, but tapping into that equity, which is at an all-time high, versus a home equity line of credit. It's a solution that doesn't have upfront fees and taps right into that equity, makes that equity work for them. And I think another way is, some people are liquidating stocks and bonds or borrowing against their stocks and bonds. So multiple different ways. Also, I would say credit card, depending on what you're doing. Some credit cards offer some great rewards, be it travel or cash rewards. So for appliances, hardware, things like that, that might be financed on a credit card, or a mixture of all three or four.
Yeah, and I'm curious, Ann, how customers are thinking about home equity lines of credit, given the bad reputation, perhaps we can say, that this specific instrument garnered 15, 20 years ago or so. I mean, it's not evil, right? It's something that's out there, and just how folks are thinking about the ability to use their equity in their home today versus where that may have been, just a few years back.
Yeah, so with equity at all-time high, it just makes sense. It's I think probably a justifiable wrap a few years ago. Actually several years ago now. But, we look at every client, make sure they can repay. I think that's key, and that the equity is there. And so it's definitely, I think the no cost feature is great. We also have a very low introductory rate right now, less than prime rates. So that's something that's appealing. And so oftentimes we see, kind of a mix.
And you have inspired me to change my rug and maybe knock down a wall or something. We'll leave it there. Bank of America Specialty Lending Executive Ann Thompson, good to see you.